Sean Bell is a retired Air Vice-Marshal and military analyst. Jamie Owen asked him about the significance of Russia's latest attacks on Ukraine.
Over the last few weeks, Ukraine has taken the audacious step of doing an incursion onto Russian territory, and to date we've not actually seen any robust Russian response to push them out. Therefore, the last couple of days of huge waves of missile and drone attacks by Russia onto Ukraine, part of that may be a degree of frustration at Russia at what Ukraine has done. Also, it does seem to be targeting Ukraine's energy infrastructure. Normally you'd see that happening in the last couple of years just before winter. It gets very cold in Ukraine over winter. But this early, almost certainly it's designed to take power from the defence industrial base of Ukraine, because that's what's generating the drones which are proving so effective in striking Russia at the moment.
And what do these attacks say about Russia's military strategy, especially following Ukraine's incursion into the Kursk region?
Yeah, when we first saw that incursion, we were concerned about whether this was a reckless act because Ukraine bluntly doesn't have the soldiers to spare to do this sort of attack, or was this a flash of brilliance because it would hurt Putin where he'd most feel the pain. I think at the moment the jury's still out, but the fact is Ukraine made a probing attack with about 1,000 soldiers and 20 tanks, but since then they've poured in at least 10,000 soldiers, much more materiel, and that would have humiliated President Putin and embarrassed him. The challenge, of course, is what does he do about it? One option is to crush it, is to move the military might of Russia in and to push the Ukrainians out. But to do that, he'd have to move military capability from the front line in the Donbass. And that would relieve pressure on the front line, which is probably what Ukraine is seeking to do. The alternative plan, which seems to be playing out at the moment, is Putin knows that he's now fixed over 10,000 frontline Ukrainian soldiers in a smaller area of territory in Russia itself. Meanwhile, he focuses all his available resources at taking the bit of the Donbass that he currently doesn't have. It's only 10 till 12 weeks before winter arrives, when fighting traditionally stops, and therefore he probably will make that his main effort and push hard. But bluntly, we haven't yet seen a robust response by Putin to that incursion, so we can simply react on what we see so far.